Moving on to D23. D sucks 23.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They announced a lot of interesting things. So one of the big ones was announced was Incredibles 3, the Leo and Stitch live action. God dang it, freaking live actions like I'll say the Stitch looks good. Good job, Disney. Now, stop it. That's all you need. Just release the teaser and you're good. You don't even need to release the movie. Stop doing that. What else did they release? They really isn't there like a nurse sequel to something? We're getting the Moana live action too. There's that.
Oh yes, Moana action. I'm like, what else are they going to make live action?
See,
Is the better question.
this is what I was talking about in the earlier topic about like the younger generation not really having their own thing. It's just literally now just remakes. The Crow sucks. Crow sucks.
I
Um,
just, I'm excited for Incredibles 3.
yeah,
That's,
that's probably the more interesting one to me. I'm not a really big fan of the second one, but I really love the first one. The first one's really good. So if they bring it back to that of how that was done, then that could be interesting to see how well that's done. That could be. But besides that, there isn't really much. I remember the topics, but I don't remember what they announced. I'm taking a well, they did release a little teaser for Toy Story 5. So for Toy Story 5, they kind of hinted at like more evil buzzes, and this one would have to deal with technology, like kids being distracted with their iPad or whatever, which we've seen done plenty of times. But if it has the Toy Story heart and charm, maybe it could work. This one just feels like now I'm kind of getting a little bit worried with Toy Story because Toy Story 3 was like this is what people would say. Toy Story 3 is a perfect ending for Toy Story. And next, like they made Toy Story 4. It's like, really, do we need another one? You did so good with the last one. And it's like, Toy Story 4 comes out and it's like still good. And people are like, okay, this is not something we needed, but it's still good. Stop after this. Now Toy Story 5 might be the downfall for the Toy Story films because like now it's like, what are you gonna do next for that? They announced Frozen 3, and I think they're also doing Frozen 4 as well. So they're doing 3 and 4. Trying to see what else they released. They released like a trailer for um Captain America Brave and
I did see
Reload,
that.
where you see a little bit more of Harrison Ford's look of Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Um,
Um, Dude is so old. I love Harrison Ford, but I was like, that is not what I was expecting.
yeah.
So
They
that was
can
definitely something.
they can CGI out his wrinkles. Uh
Yeah, I'm like, can they have picked somebody who's old? I'm just
well,
kidding.
they have to pick someone old because the previous actor was kind of old. I forget, I don't know his age, but not as old as Harrison Ford. Not He wasn't 80.
Yes.
And they also announced the sequel to Freaky Friday, which it seems like it's just going to be literally the same thing as the first one, but instead of bit a mid-age mom and a young teenage daughter, it's going to be a mid-age mom and an old grandma, which doesn't seem
Still
as interesting.
funny.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
but it's not gonna you're not gonna it's not gonna be really any different from the first one. If you did, I don't know, the grandma as a really young kid and next the kid as the older grandma, maybe that could have been interesting. I don't know really what you could have done with it, but
yeah. And that's where it's interesting is it's like, okay, well, I think Disney is figuring out which ones need sequels, which don't. I feel like they're gonna just milk stuff until they,
run out of ideas. Well,
yeah,
they already
yeah,
did.
unfortunately.
So until they go out of business, actually, is the better way to say it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we got a teaser for the Snow White, which this one had a big freaking problem first time when it's like
Yes.
trying to be diverse but without being diverse. It's like, hey, we're gonna have we're gonna have multiple different races, but not get dwarfs to play the dwarf characters.
Yeah, that was
So
really weird.
it,
I felt like that was strange.
yeah,
Um, I'm not saying like you can't like shrink people down, but when you have actors that fall into that category in class,
it's like
use them.
give them the
Y-
role. Like It's
Yeah.
like you're not being diverse if you don't give someone
Yeah.
that's actually small the role. And guys, guess what? They don't care if you call them dwarfs. So, but and the decision that they wanted to go with is even a kind of a worse decision. They decided to CGI the dwarfs, which they look weird. Like, I don't know about that. Like, you simply just cast an actual small person and or dwarf, or however you want to call it, mini person. People are gonna get offended no matter what. So I don't know why I'm trying to defend myself here. But um, yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. What do you think of the CGI dwarfs?
Yeah. So that's the weird thing is I don't think they look bad. I think it looks better than it did before.
No, yeah, it's easily better. It's the Sonic treatment, but is it though? It's like I don't know. It's I don't know if it's more insulting that you just simply didn't cast someone that's small, or like you trying to be somewhat accurate to the original how the original dwarfs looked. But yeah, I don't know. And like
Yeah. I mean, it's hard when you do live action and you're like casting a super cartoon character. Like recently, during after D23, they announced that there's going to be more like evil villains, and one of them was Doctor Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb.
they're giving
And
him a live
the
action.
no, 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 not the movie. They're giving him a live action character in the park, and the dude was
Oh,
scary. He was scary. I was like, dang, he kind of looks scary.
he doesn't look like the
So
character at all.
no, I mean he kind of does, but when you have somebody with such a different shaped head, it's very difficult to make something live action.
Yeah, true, true, true. I mean, like for a movie, it'll probably be a little bit easier. You can CGI that, but trying to put him in a park, that is definitely weird. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I knew Deadpool got added to Disneyland. But that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else that was announced in here. Oh, Tron, that was one of the things.
I did see that.
Um,
Tron will always have a special place in my heart because it's such a great concept.
yeah,
They can do it really well.
what do you think of the
Spend money.
sequel though? Do
I,
you yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Are they gonna bring back the they're not gonna bring back the main lead, but are they gonna bring back the guy that was in the first one that was in the sequel to
that's what I don't know. Like Tron Legacy came out, what, 2011, probably 2010, 2011.
yeah.
I liked that film. I thought it was cool. It was very entertaining. They spent a lot of money, if I remember correctly.
It did not make its money
So
back. It did not. It failed.
no, I remember that, but it was cool. I mean, the special effects were cool. It was a good idea. So, like I said, Disney has opportunities. They just have to leverage and use them.
Yeah. Another thing that was shown off a little bit more was Ello, which is a Pixar original. So anyone that's complaining about original films don't get made today, they do. You just got to go support them, and next they will do more, and they'll make more of it. And Pixar is in a state where they need to release some sequels to revamp their name after being destroyed by Bob Chapek by just throwing a lot of their movies onto Disney Plus. So they need to and Inside Out is doing that for them. It's really helping them out for that. Which I don't know much about Ello. Another thing that was announced was Zootopia 2. Is that the first announcement, or do we already know that there was Zootopia
I
2
thought
was
they, I thought that was already rumored, and then that was just like their official announcement. There's a lot of things that people are like, "Oh, it's rumored to get another blah," and then it happens.
okay. And this one is going to deal with a little bit more of the lizard side of Zootopia, which sounds interesting. I was like, okay, because the first one dealt with uh finding your place and like somewhat like diversity and all that. So that could be interesting to see. Next we got the Skeleton Crew, of course. Agatha All the Long trailer. I'm not really looking forward to that series at all. We got a snippet of the Fantastic Four stuff, which they got its title officially called First Steps. And you got your first look at Galactus, which is interesting. So that was kind of cool. Any thoughts on that? Or
Yeah, no, I don't have any additional thoughts. I think I'm one of those people that has to see it and how they ascribe it.
speaking of blue people, Avatar, Fire and
Oh my
Ash.
goodness. Yeah, they're at this point they're just going through the elements.
That is really true. That is what, like, sooner or later you will have, they'll, when they go to Earth, that's the plan for like the fourth and fifth one, that they want to go, they will take the avatars to Earth, and they'll start doing airbending stuff. So but I think that's everything, at least big wise. And we already talked about Tron. Dwayne Johnson is doing a original film called Monster Jam. I don't know much about that. Um Win or Lose. That's a Pixar original Disney Plus show. Seems very interesting. It has to deal with around baseball. That's kind of cool. Uh Hoppers seems like it has to deal with a, which is another Pixar original that has to deal with
Hmm.
like a loose guinea pig or whatever. Or no, someone's mind gets transported into a guinea pig, right? I think that's what.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. It's very interesting.
Hmm.
I think it could be pretty cool. So, I mean,
Mufasa's Lion King.
interesting. I think it looks interesting. It'll be cool to see a backstory. I like prequels more than I like sequels. So
Well,
I like that.
I'll give Disney credit for this. This is an original story, so good for you. Um, but I'm sick and tired of these live action remakes. And one of the worst ones I hate the most is that Lion King one, because it's a heartless soul of the original film. It's really like, you can't, you when you watch Mufasa's death and from the remake into the original one, there's nothing there. The original one has that heart and felt because the animation helps give off that emotion. Here, we are seeing real animals go through these and talking. It's like, it's actually distracting. It actually backfires on the for the movie. So the music might be the best part again. And yes, the CGI might be really good, but and the story
Could be very good.
could, yeah. And the story might be intriguing, but it would not be pulled as well at pulled well. Really, give me a second, guys. Pulled off as well as if it was a animation.
Correct.
Which
Correct.
I would have been more excited if they announced it in that way. Like, hey, we're bringing back the classic animation. And guess what the film is going to be? It's going to be a Mufasa prequel. Then you would have more people excited. I guarantee it. You would have a lot more people excited for that. So let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below for D23. Are you excited for anything that they announced, or that we didn't talk about on here? Let us know your guys' thoughts. Are you guys very disappointed, like every year that D23 really is? Oh, they did talk about Andor a tiny bit, so there's that. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys want to, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button, because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin, and this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me out on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that is movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.